right, so our first question is, what is your favorite song to dance to at a wedding?
So many options.
You want to go first? Okay. I think sort of an all-time favorite jam of mine is Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's my jam. I like it. It gets me moving.
I think I would be remiss if I didn't say my wedding song, which was a live gypsy jazz version of The Luckiest by Ben Folds.
Oh.
I don't really have like a specific traditional like song that I like love to dance to necessarily, but it's always the father-daughter dance. It's one of my favorite parts of the weddings to see the dads and the daughters like connect with each other, but because I'm such a daddy's girl.
I'm not traditional. I don't like traditional anything. So my favorite song recently actually has been a song called Fireflies by Now.
I'll go with something slow, probably Sunrise, Sunset. Oh, is this the little girl I carried? Oh, makes me cry every time.
Yeah.
The song that can always get me on the dance floor is Billie Jean. As soon as that gets on, I'm like, okay, put the drinks down. Let's go.
I typically like anyone that you really get to have like everybody participating, so like the Cupid Shuffle, or God, even the Macarena. I'm still a hardcore fan.
And you don't have to think about how to move.
Exactly, they tell you.
Question number 2 is, what is your least favorite wedding tradition?
My least favorite wedding tradition is the freaking bouquet toss. Like, I don't care, I don't want to be next, I don't want to catch it, I don't want to do this, this is ridiculous.
The entire traditional wedding.
Tell me more.
I would say my least favorite wedding tradition is definitely when the bride or groom smashes their cake into the other's face. It just feels obnoxious. Or the bouquet toss, that's also just, it's so outdated. I don't care what anybody says.
Now that you mention it, the cake in the face or the first bite of cake, that always fills me with a lot of anxiety.
And people spend a lot of time on makeup. Who wants to have cake shown in your face?
My least favorite is the garter toss, where the groom takes the garter off the bride and throws it to all the men in the room. That to me is disgusting.
I never even thought of that. Yeah.
This is purely for selfish reasons, but I think it's the first dance. It's like super romantic and I get it, but it's also like everybody's staring. Like, okay, so I got married and I didn't have a first dance, so no one stared at me. But when you have your first dance, everyone's staring at you and I don't get to dance.
I'm sorry, I would love that. It's my wedding day, you spend all that money, stare
You
at
gotta
me.
look at me.
This is my time.
Question number 3 is, what are your favorite and least favorite things about being in a bridal party?
My most favorite thing is the toast, as many as possible.
I mean, least favorite is maybe still the dresses, because you really can never wear those again, and they're just in your closet.
Speak for yourself.
Like the waiting, right? So like the day of the wedding, there's a lot of, at least for a groomsman, I don't know about a bridesmaid, but like you show up for the wedding and you show up like so early and there's like pictures and then you're like, is this your least favorite thing?
No, not at all.
Then you're like waiting around a lot and then maybe you like help a little bit with setup and then you're like waiting around some more. It's just a long day.
There's no bridesmaid job description. Each wedding is totally different. Each personality like totally dictates how the wedding is gonna end up going. And you have to be civil because like clearly these are all your best friends, other best friends, whether or not you're friends with these people or not.
My favorite part, I've been in several bridal parties, and I've been a maid of honor twice. And I have to say, I think my favorite part was the speech too, because I was just like, all right, what's the best idea to like be funny, be heartwarming, and I think the worst part is just all of the responsibility. It's so expensive.
Yeah.
Not worth it. I'm just kidding.